Welcome back to the latest episode of Aspiring Creator, where we essentially catch you up with where we've been a week ago and just gone through anything else I've come up with and added to my to-do list in terms of what I want to talk to you about. So we're going to get straight in this week. We haven't got too long a show this week, but we're going to crack straight through. So the first one I want to mention is John Prosser from a YouTube channel called FPT uploaded a video that was, I think it was titled, Is John Prosser Being Paid by Apple? And it was a really interesting watch. It kind of confirmed a lot of things that I've been thinking about for a while in terms of YouTube and creating content and those kind of things. But in summary, the video idea was sparked because he made a previous video that was talking about Apple Intelligence and how he thinks it's a really positive thing. And loads of the comments in the video were like, oh, you're just an Apple shill, you're being paid by Apple, you know, all these kind of things. And these are comments that we tech YouTubers get a lot. You can make a video about a product, and you can literally on the same video have people saying you're being paid by Apple, you're being paid by Samsung to make bad videos, good videos, like differing opinions on the same video. So it's just one of these fascinating things about tech YouTube. But in his video, he mentioned that his channel has gone through a very dramatic shift in terms of the content they're making recently. In the last, I think, 2 months, maybe 3 months or so, they've gotten bored of making the, traditional YouTubery shocked faces. Oh my God, I can't believe this happened. And basically just, making the same videos every single year. If it's the iPhone 10, 12, 15, it's the same video they make every single year, just with the newer number, or, the new version of the device. The same with the Pixels, same with the Samsungs, same with the Apples. And so they are now looking to try and create different types of content, which exactly mirrors kind of where my thoughts have been and what I've been trying to communicate, I guess, and actually trying to do on our channel recently. He wrote a few things on his video where they want to be proud of what they make, and that is it's thoughtful, the video matters, the video tells a story, and the video makes you think. And I think that is exactly what we are trying to do with our content as well. We're a few weeks, are we? Maybe even like 1 or 2 weeks away from shooting our 6 months later with the S24 Ultra video. The 3 months one performed really, really well, and that was kind of our first foray into storytelling within a tech video. I think it might have been that one, potentially one before that, but it's the first one that's really started performing really, really well. And it doesn't happen very often, but I'm starting to get excited for the videos we're making, which sounds like a really silly thing to say. But this 6 month later video we're looking at, I've already picked the music out. I've actually gone through a bit of a back and forth with the music licensing company, because I'm like, I really, really want that track, but it's not available. How do I get hold of it? And all this kind of thing. So I've been really trying to get hold of the music. I've got almost storyboarded the beginning and the outro, just because I really want to have a big impact on the beginning, and I want to have a really cool outro on the end, and kind of leave a bit of a cliffhanger at the end of that video. Just the way I'm thinking about this video is it's exciting and interesting to me, versus lots of the other videos we've made where it's just kind of bang out the script, shoot the video, get the B-roll content, and on you go. So it is a dramatic shift in terms of the content we're making, and I think I'm very, very happy to see other YouTubers. Obviously, John Prosser is doing a lot better than we are. They're like 500,000 subscribers on his FPT channel. But seeing them kind of lead the way with the way it could and should be done is just very, very fascinating to see. So I just wanted to knock that one off the list, and if you haven't seen it already, go watch that. I think as tech YouTubers, it's a really interesting one to watch, because for me, and I've said this before, that I feel like there are two routes within tech YouTube. It's route one is you just follow the latest tech trends and the latest product launches, and companies will just ship out the latest and greatest thing, and then that'll be kind of it. There was I scrolled. I say tech YouTube. I scrolled through my YouTube subscriptions feed recently, and just the Beats Pill, the new Beats Pill speaker has just been released, and there's 10 videos on my feed that are the Beats Pill reviews. And I think so. That's one approach, where you just chase the latest thing, you just ride on the back of interest in each product. Or the other approach, which we're trying to follow, which sounds like John Prosser is very successfully doing right now, which is just coming up with more thoughtful content that's more commentary pieces on the state of tech, or story-based videos telling the story or the history of something. And so I feel that's much more watchable, much more interesting, much more unique. Anyone can create a video about a product. Like I've got the new Snapdragon laptop, which I'll talk about in a minute. There's going to be billions of videos created about the Snapdragon series of laptops. But if we can tell a story around it, if we can wrap it up into a bigger picture, looking at the bigger overall picture of how this affects the industry, on is it the Apple Silicon moment for Windows laptops, that whole piece, I feel that only certain people can or will do those kind of videos, and I want to be one of those people that makes those videos. So that is that one off of the list. The next one, I spent my Friday and Saturday over the weekend at a Kajabi event, and Kajabi is this online kind of course platform, SaaS platform where basically anyone who sells an online course will probably use Kajabi at some point. You can download, you can sign up and sell downloads. You can sell so I have this other IT business, and it has downloadable templates. It has like a guide on how to do video marketing for your business, and also just a whole course about how I built, grew. Speak English, Pete. How I grew and then sold my IT business in the end. So I've got a few things in there as well, including the content creators legal templates, which I've just uploaded last week. And it was really interesting. I met a lot of people that were making a lot of money with Kajabi. It was actually a very small event, and I turned up late to the opening session, and there was one table that didn't have many people sat on it, so I sat down on it. And conveniently, that was the Kajabi table with all the Kajabi employees. So I was sat on the table with the CEO, the communities leader, the lead for Kajabi payments, and the lead for Kajabi communities. So there was just a lot of Kajabi people on my table, and it was really, really cool. I was able to just sit there and chat with the CEO and just talk about kind of where I am with my Kajabi journey and those kind of things. But I was going there really to try and get some clarity, because I've got this IT business course thing, and I've got the YouTube side of things. And I was hoping to get to the end of the event and basically have a revelation of what do I do? Do I spend more time in trying to repackage the things that I've got, and do I focus on the courses and consultancy and businessy stuff, or do I focus on YouTube more and really commit to YouTube? And I think I finished at the end of it was when I was driving home after the second day that I actually had this just thing hit me, where when you go to events, there are certain events that give you energy, and there's certain events that take away energy. And I've noticed that when I go to events that are related to the IT tech space, MSP community, it feels like it takes energy away, because obviously service-based businesses, there's lots of challenges for service-based businesses. Not that I don't want to help them. I think I want to be clear with that. I want to help them. I've kind of got to the stage where I feel that lots of them just can't be bothered or don't want to be helped. And this is off the back of I create courses, I create content, and lots of people that I speak to. One of the biggest challenges for IT businesses is business growth and how to market your business and those kind of things. And I've sat here for quite a while and tried to educate people who run IT businesses to, my niche in particular, how to use video to grow your business. And loads of people have gone through this video marketing course, and literally one, maybe two people, probably one, I would say, out of all those people that have gone through that course, have actually implemented what I've told them to implement and is doing really well from it. But yet the others are still kind of sat there going, you're struggling with business, struggling with lead generation. And I'm not saying video marketing is the be-all and fix-all to all your magical problems. But it's just frustrating when you put solutions in front of people and you try and guide them and educate them, and they keep going down distracted by AI. Let's go and sign up for an AI tool because that's going to fix all of our marketing issues. And it's just that kind of approach. And so when I go to these MSP events, I do feel like they zap my energy away. And actually, this is really really obvious to me now when I get invited to an IT event, like an IT trade show event, or I also get invited to a YouTube event, like a tech event, CES and those kind of places. I'm immediately drawn to the CES type shows. For example, so I was sat at this Kajabi show, and the lady on the table I was sat at was one of the speakers at the Kajabi event, and she was going to an event, CompTIA event, which is next week, or rather this week, and she was speaking at that event as well. And I have no interest in going to that event. However, we are being flown, can I say this? We are being flown by a brand next week, the week after, to go to Italy for a product launch. They're flying us out. We're going to get some devices to review. We get a whole like kind of wine vineyard experience thing. Like, how freaking cool is that? Like, that's just, and my eyes just light up whenever I talk to someone about it. And so long story short, I've basically come to the realization at the end of these 2 days that I still want to do the courses and the IT stuff and all these kind of things. But my mind shift, my shift in mindset is I need to start treating it like the side hustle that it is, rather than trying to sit here and go, but if I like reinvent it and repackage it and sell it as a membership, and then I can do this and then hire someone to do this and like trying to grow it and that kind of thing. I just need to focus on the YouTube side of things, which is like the bulk of my income. It's also the bulk of my enjoyment. I'm still going to be involved in the IT stuff, but I'm going to do it in my evenings and weekends and, not that I'm working evenings and weekends, but when I want to. I think that's the key thing. If I'm sat on the sofa, we're watching a film or a TV show or something, I can grab a laptop out because I want to, and I'm going to make some course content and stuff like that for it. So that has been the biggest realization. And if that helps anybody else out there, stuff that takes away your energy, make sure you're spending your time on the stuff that gives you energy, whether that's like the people that give you energy, the events you're going to, the friends you're hanging out with. Just like hang out with the people that really push you forward and makes you happy, rather than sticking around and like going to events where it just kind of zaps away your energy. And I've been very kind of clear so far that I haven't been doing those things already for the last like 2-3 years. Like I've done the IT stuff for a very long time, but I've not really done any IT events. And like that should be like messaging to myself enough to be like, just to stop doing it and just focus on the stuff that gives you like happiness and joy and those kind of things. So yeah, just want to say that. And that then gives me more time to create content on YouTube, which is one of my like real key focuses now. I've gone from scripting videos on Monday, shooting videos on Tuesday, and my Wednesdays and Thursdays will be like, maybe I'm going to do some course stuff today. Maybe I'm going to do some admin. Maybe I'm going to do some emails and like planning, ideation, research, those kind of things. But now I've had this like shift in mindset, I can just go, okay, I am just going to focus on YouTube. So script Monday, shoot Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, Thursday this week, for example, I'm actually going to script next week's video and get ahead of myself so I can have a bit more time between scripting it and shooting it, just in case I get some better ideas or want to change things up. It also gives my team more time to plan. So Hudson, videographer, he normally gets the script and then we'll run through it and kind of write a shot list. And that is literally between Monday evening and the Tuesday when we shoot the video. So this should give him more opportunity to actually go through the script and write down the footage and clips and B-roll, he wants to capture as well. So it should make his job a lot easier. But now I have 2 extra days a week to shoot content, to create ideas, to just kind of get better at things. And that's like a super, super hype for that. And actually I'm spending the next 2 days, we've hired a boat. So we're going to sit on the boat for the next 2 days in like the 30-degree heat that it is right now in the UK. And I'm just going to script a video, which is going to be freaking awesome, rather than panicking and thinking, I should be spending it on this business. Okay, getting down to like proper like YouTubery stuff now. We did an event a month or 2 ago for a brand through a PR agency, and I've talked about this before, and they sent through such like a long list of requirements for their campaign. And we went back and forth, and we agreed to a certain number of things. And we got it to a stage that we were happy with, essentially. And so we went to the event, we created the videos, we posted the videos, and the brand have now come back to us, or rather the PR agency has now come back to us with 2 things. The first thing was they want us to now give them more analytics for an additional like time frame. So I think before they wanted 48-hour analytics, and now they want 7 or 14-day analytics. So they've asked for an extra requirement before they will pay us. And then the second thing they asked, or rather the second thing they mentioned in their email, was the performance of this campaign is crucial to us working again with this brand. And I just read that going, fucking hell, like you gave us almost a word for word list of what you want us to say, what the videos you want like us to post. And like I say, we got it to a stage that we were happy with like creating the content. It's not like they were putting words in our mouth. Like we're happy to like kind of make those videos the way we did. But we knew they weren't going to perform, like outright. We're like, well, these obviously aren't going to perform, but they paid a good amount. It was with a good brand, so hopefully we can, build a relationship and start working together. But for them to throw in that thing at the end of just, the videos need to perform for us to be able to work with you again. It's like, fuck off. Like you gave us literally everything that we had to do. And now you're going to then use performance as an indicator of whether it was successful or not. Like, if you wanted performance, let us do our thing. Let us make the videos that we want. Like, bring us to the event, pay the same rates, but we will go to the event and we will decide what videos we feel are worthy that our audience will be interested in. We'll pick the interesting things. We'll shoot more interesting content. And for us, it was just the fact that the content brief was 20 pages long. Literally 20 pages in this whole content brief of what we're going to do, how we have to do it, the tags we have to tag, the brands we have to tag, all the disclosure stuff. And it just made it a massive ball ache to shoot. And just the back and forth we've had with emails to go through all of this detail and refine things, even to the point of invoicing, has been such a big pain in the backside, where I think the last email my channel manager, Chris, sent back to them was here's the stuff you need. Also, just by the way, we will not be working with you again. On the basis of how this campaign has performed, we don't want to work with you again, because this was horrendous. The amount of anal detail that you wanted, when really you just need to give the project over to the creator. You can have your talking points. Brands do that all the time. Give us the talking points. We can try and hit on them in every video we make. But don't dictate, they were dictating the type of camera shots. And in one video they said, can you add can you include a shot of the S24 Ultra in this video here? So we did that. And then literally the next bit of feedback was, oh, could you take out the shot of the S24 Ultra? It's just they were getting so finicky with the detail that it's just not worth the hassle. So however good the brand was, we would love to work with the brand. Hopefully we'll work directly with the brand again, but just the PR agency, man, I just don't want to work with the agency again. However great they might be, the doors they could open to us, whether that's the PR agency, whether that's the brief they were given by the brand, whether that's just the rep we were dealing with, I don't know. But it was just not a fun experience. And I saw the red flags initially, and that's why I didn't want to do the event myself, and why I actually said to Chris that, look, I'm out, I'm not doing this unless you kind of figure something out. And he negotiated very well. So just want to kind of get that off my chest. Phew. Next thing on the list, Snapdragon laptop. This is an interesting conundrum. So I have the new Snapdragon laptop just behind me here, and I am having issues. This is the Samsung Galaxy Book 4 Edge, I think it's called. It's one of the Snapdragon series of laptops. It's the Snapdragon Elite chip that's in there, although I think there's a few different models of it. But myself and lots of the tech creators that I've been messaging have been having issues with just not necessarily this laptop, but just Snapdragon laptops in general. And I'm gonna post my video on it soon. But it's a really interesting conundrum here, because as past and previous and recent viewers and listeners will know about this podcast, is I want to work with Snapdragon. I really want to go to Snapdragon Summit this year. I want to work a lot more with them. Loads of the devices I use are Snapdragon. The S24 Ultra, the Mesa glasses, some of the laptops I use, some of the tablets I use, all the mobile phones that I think perform really well and the battery life is really good are all powered by Snapdragon. So I'm like a fanboy, fangirl of the Snapdragon brand, I guess. But this laptop, in my opinion, no one should be buying this laptop. And again, I'm going to make the video. But it's how do you deal with this? Because I feel like I need to make the video, because it's I need to tell my audience that, what's wrong with it. But I also don't want to piss the brand off and be like, well, we're never going to work with you again because you just told us how crap our product was. And this goes back, I guess, a few weeks ago now to the whole Gerald Undone thing, where he worked with Panasonic. He made a good video about a Panasonic camera, but because the title was but confusing, slightly negative title, they basically blacklisted him from any future events and said, no, we're not going to invite you anymore because you're not making the videos we want you to make, which is super roses and daisies and super positive videos. But I don't want that to be the Snapdragon laptop. It has some good things going for it. So in my thoughts right now, I'm going to run you through my brain right now, is I want to tackle it from a similar approach to the Marquez's review on the AI pin, where it was kind of the worst product I've ever reviewed. But I found that video was super objective and constructive feedback. It was, here's all the great stuff about the AI pin. I can see what it's going to do. But here are the things that you as a consumer who are about to buy one of these with your own money, here's all the things you need to know. So just I think that's the approach I'm going to go. I'm hopefully it's written and taken in the right way. There's some really good things with this, but at the moment, The battery life is like 3 or 4 hours. It's not like 20 hours, which is advertised as. The camera, if I can change the camera, I don't know if I can do this whilst I'm recording. No, I can't. The built-in camera is super like problematic. It just doesn't work properly. Also, the speakers in it, pretty bad. The login issues I've had with this. So I've heard a few other creators say that the one good thing about Snapdragon-powered laptops is the instant on, the instant wake. And I've tried that on this laptop, but the number of times I open the laptop, it does nothing. It doesn't switch on automatically. I press the button, it does nothing. I press the button again. Maybe sometimes I press and hold it. Sometimes I press it. Then it will wake up and give me the Samsung Snapdragon splash screen thing for like 20 or 30 seconds. And then it will sometimes go black. Then it will come up with a Windows login screen, the resume from sleep kind of login screen. It's just a really, really slow process. When my Mac side of things, MacBook Air side of things is open the laptop lid and it's there. It's like instantly there and on. And so just like these kind of things, I was kind of expecting the whole, this is like the this is the Apple Silicon of Windows moment. This is when like everything changes for Windows. And it hasn't really. Like, its performance is okay, but like having a laptop that's now got 4 hours battery life, again, is a real struggle when I literally took it away with me, not expecting to need to charge it, and I had to use my hotel USB-C phone charger to charge my laptop just because it was dying so much. So yeah, just go and see that video when it comes out, and hopefully you'll see how the end product looks, and hopefully it isn't horrendously bad. Yeah. Okay, last one to finish off, because we've now been going 21 minutes, is sponsors, discounted for last-minute slots. So we've gone through, we've had a bit of a bad habit, I think, where we're trying to obviously make sure our videos are sponsored, so we've got funds coming into the business, so we can continue to make the videos that we want to make. Again, not making dedicated videos that the brands want us to make. We make the videos we want to make, and do an integration like a 60-second ad read for a good fit brand that we like and have naturally worked with or used, or we think the product's great. And so there's inevitably some times where we have last-minute slots that need filling, whether it's a brand that's pulled out, or we just create a video and like in short notice and realize, oh, actually that's a great video we should make. Maybe it's a product launch, so let's find a sponsor for that video. And more recently, again, where I've got more time, going to potentially create more videos, so that's like an extra video in our schedule. And so historically, we've gone to brands that we've already had like relationships with and already worked with in like full price kind of integrations, and offer them, gone, hey, we've got this video, it's very short notice, so like we'll offer it to you for like this discounted price if you take it up. And they normally say yes, cool, okay, that's now sponsored, all done. But now that is immediately like damaging or devaluing the other work we've done with them. Like, we quote a certain price for brands in advance for our videos, and so going to them and saying, oh, hey, we have this video that's a short notice video. It's still a high performing video. It's no different to any of other videos we make, but because it's short notice, let's give you a discount. And we just shouldn't be doing that, because all that's doing is now training those brands to wait and get the cheaper videos rather than booking in advance, where we should be booking 2, 3, 4 months out and booking in those videos. Obviously that has its challenges. Trying to make sure we are booked 2, 3, 4 months out, whatever it's going to be, is very challenging. And getting the rates that we are punching for in terms of what we charge for our video integrations, we really we don't accept kind of cheaper rates for things. We've got our prices set and we want to keep those prices. So again, when we go to like these discounted rates for the tomorrow's video, not necessarily tomorrow's video, but we're talking like 2 weeks away or 3 weeks away, that's like a short notice video. I just feel it's like, immediately devaluing the work we're doing with the other brands. And particularly, like, why would you as a brand who have paid, this price for a video, a high price, not high price, but, paid one price for a video, why would you wait around for more videos that are paying, you have to pay a lot of money for, when you could just like leave it to the last minute and get in those same videos for like half the price? It just doesn't seem to make sense. So that's something that we've had a chat with in amongst our team. We're going to try and work on. But I think for other creators out there who are watching this, hopefully you're enjoying listening to me ramble on for half an hour. But hopefully that is of interest and helping you to, not make the same mistakes. It's very easy to just get a brand at last minute and go, oh, we've got a hole, let's just fill it and call it like $500 or $1,000. Let's just fill that hole. When actually it's damaging, because if you plan things out properly, that same brand may very well pay 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever it is, for the same thing in a properly planned video. So I think always hold out to get those rates that you want to get. And yeah, let's just leave it there. So that is this week's. These are generally ending up pretty short. Thank you very much for listening. And I will see you in the next episode of Aspiring Creator. Until next time, cheers. Bye-bye.